If you destroy my country, I will kill you. If you destroy the young people of this country, the greatest and only resource of this republic, I will kill you. Period. You all can go to hell if you disagree with me. But find me a law which says that a president of a republic cannot say, I will kill you to protect my country. I will kill you to protect the young people of this country. And this is the first time that I would reveal it because we're talking about the Constitution and the interest of the country. And of course, the Bill of Rights and due process. The Philippines today is a client of the client state of the Bambo Triad. They have taken over the operations, sad to say, Chinese, but I do not mean the country and the people. In the sense that they are, most of them are really into this kind of business. I said they have decided to go international. Philippines is a transshipment of shabu to America, and it behooves upon America to work closely with the Republic of the Philippines, especially on this serious matter. We are flooded with drugs, and the locals here have been taken in, but they participate in the produce of the selling, and I think they are happy because they are protected. We have become a narco state long ago. The Philippines, the barangays is about 40% afflicted with this kind of disease, and most of them are the barangay captains. And that is the reason I said, I am not telling you anything, but I told the congressman, the Senate President, and the Speaker that just listen to me. I'm not suggesting anything. Bahala na kayo. At sinabi ko yung totoo, then I took them in to share the state secrets or not it's supposed to be revealed at this time. But I think that because of the incessant use of the issue AKJ, it's about time that we be clear with each other. I am a worker of government who swore before the people and God that I will enforce the law. And it is part of that oath that I do not have to favor anybody, and that the laws of the land will be applicable to all, the rich and the poor. Yan ang pagkaintindi ko sa trabaho. That's what I understand, how I should. So when I ran for the first time as mayor, it was just after I was appointed for 1 year, Davao City was really a troubled place. We used to lose something like 2 or 3 policemen and soldiers a day through assassination. And I was a prosecutor, and I was myself also tried in the kangaroo court when I was campaigning, and they got hold of me. And I had to explain, trabaho ko yun, it's my work. And if you kill me, everybody dies anytime, anyhow. So as long as you just tell the world that I was referring to the NPA, that you killed me for doing my duty as a prosecutor, so be it. I'm ready to go. I have no illusions about life and death. The day I was born, I started to die. And so when I became mayor, I became my fast friends. And because hindi naman talaga kami mayaman, we destiny has something to do with it. And maybe God But really, we started as migrants. Otherwise, kung ang tatay ko sa Cebu o nanay ko sa Marawi, she was a daughter of a Maranao lady. Hindi na sana kami nagpunta ng Davao, layo-layo. Pati, my father was practicing his profession as a lawyer. Kung meron talaga kami doon sa amin, hindi na sana kami nagpunta ng ibang lugar. But because my father was eternally searching for the greener pasture. And let me, if you'll forgive me for taking a bit of your time. Alam mo kasi most of the migrants in Mindanao went there, I said, for a better life. Better than what they had before. And the Americans came up with this sloganeering, "Go to Mindanao because it is the land of promise." Well, actually, we went there and found out that Davao City was owned only by about, count the number in your fingers, about 7 or 8. All of them were, the land was titled in the names of a few persons. We have nothing against them. They were all Tagalogs. But when they divided the Philippines, yung mga homestead, mga cadastral lands, the map was in the Philippines. It was only early 1918 up to 1925. They introduced the homestead and American practice and divided Mindanao into several territories. So just like an imperialist would do, yun ang ginawa nila. And binigay na nila sa mga tao. So yung pagdating ng the huge migration took place between the islands of Leyte, Cebu, Bohol, because it was nearer in proximity. Bababa ka lang And Davao City and the rest of the suffering from yung lupa. So it was a hot issue. And I promised the NPAs that just go out for a while and do not do not mess up in my city. And I said, I will govern Davao the way I should do. And there were a lot of killings, and those who were holding arms were given freely by the military because of anti-communist sentiments. You were right away given an arms. So when peacetime came, almost everybody in the community was holding firearms. That made the place, you're from Davao, that made the place really very disorderly and crime-ridden. So I said, and it was there that they started the drugs. When I won as mayor, I said, I will serve you faithfully. And if you think I'm not, and even the communists, I try to invite you to kill me if I violate my oath. But I said, I will make Davao peaceful. But do not destroy the city because I will kill you. And do not, destroy the youth of the land because they are just our only assets. The reason why is very simple. We are not all millionaires. When we retire, kami dito sa gobyerno, we put our place exactly hoping that the savings or the pensions given us would sustain us for the years after retirement. And there is no way of knowing how many years would I live after my retirement. And most of us are just not even, there's no such thing as a middle income family here. It's really the rich and the poor, period. We in government, I suppose I get a bigger sum because pegged to the last salary. Pero doon na ako kukuha. How sure can I be that the pension that I get from the government will sustain me for the rest until God calls me in? Yun ang mahirap. Yun ang masakit sa akin. Because who will buy the oxygen? Who will pay for the hospitals of a regular government worker? Who will pay for the antibiotics? And eventually, who will pay the funeral parlor and our burial expenses? It's our children. It's our no such thing in America as there's a pension. No, nothing. What you get is something an ordinary employee. You get about, the most is 100,000, maybe lower. Policemen, they used to retire at 32,000. And you destroy. When I die, at most of my children, or the majority of them, are hooked into drugs. Who will pay the price? It's society, the Filipino. Who is to be blamed? But of course, government. Dumaan kayo dito at wala naman kayong ginawa. Why are there are so many zombies running around? Now, count the number of Filipinos, children, mothers and fathers killed since the advent of drugs. And they vary in number that we killed 10,000 or 12,000. Where do you get the facts? You must be idiots. You just read the newspaper and say, this Duterte is a killer. Or you rely on the bias of your representatives because the opposition gave it to them. That has always been the issue, even when I was mayor. Women, to be frank with you, and killing. Well, because in my time, I told the police and the military, do your work. Just now. Magtrabaho kayo. Kapag magtrabaho kayo, maraming inkwento. There will be a lot of contests. You work. Do not give me that shit of that just sitting there. I will not accept it. We will all die in this God. To each other, we take control of our place. Ano itong isa? There are Filipinos working abroad. In the Middle East, I will not specify the country, but I was there once upon a time to work on the release of a Filipina who was imprisoned. And I was able to talk to King Fahd when I was governor. Congressman. Nakiusap ako. I went there to beg. And he said, you better talk to one of the ministers. And I was introduced to a member of the parliament. And he talked about the plight, the sad story of the Filipinos. And this is what he said to me. You warn your countrymen not to go here. But if they come here, let them live with the environment. You know, there are many places in the Middle East and in African countries that if you work as a household domestic helper and you are paid, and if you work there, bought from the slave markets of Africa, you are used. So the head of the family will use you sometimes. Sometimes the son. sometimes the brother-in-law, and just entertaining the flesh, it would take them until so many hours. They sleep only 3 hours a day. And they continue to suffer humiliation and dignity. And they continue to send money here so that their children can go to school, can get education. The father is in one country, the mother is in another country. You know, when a child gets hooked in drugs, even with the father or mother, it becomes a dysfunctional family. There is already a dysfunction because alam natin, and even your sons and daughters that you know, they begin to steal the cars, your car, they will mortgage it and everything, and they steal. And they graduate into a high-time business of robbing and killing. The poor, when they have the urge, they do not have any money, they go into a hold-up spree. And they kill people. Can I have, where's my aid? You know. Well, this is the updated version. This is supposed to be a national secret. But I'll just show you one page, how many of them are. Isa lang yan, Region 1. Oh, look at the list. So ganito. Past administration, July 10 to July 16. Anti-drug operations, 99,710. Killed in anti-drug operations, 206. My administration, 70,854. How many died? 3,811 today. These are legitimate encounters duly recorded. Now, there are some countries which are insulting us to open our records to them everything. Who are you to do that to my country? If you don't believe our records, then go out and find something else to do. We do not fabricate. Killed in police operation. Total policemen killed, 85. Marawi casualties connected with the initial flashpoint. The Marawi War was ignited by the service of a summons and a warrant of arrest of one of the drug lords there. There was a far fight, and that started the rebellion. And I was really aghast to know that until now they have so many bullets, ordnance, and everything, that the fight is still going on. Police killed in police operation, 85. Wounded in police operation, 215. Ang casualties is 58. Soldiers killed in action, drug-related, 146. Wounded in action, 2,592. And you say that we are killing our own countrymen. For what reason? You enjoy slaughtering your own countrymen? Yan ang mahirap. Ang masakit sa akin. What is really very painful is there are a lot of business going around. This time it was the Chinese, not the government. I said not the people. I do not have any qualms against them. But look, what am I supposed to do? You know, when I said in Davao, I will clean up the city. For those who want to go out now. Because if I destroy it, I will kill you. When I became president, that's the same message. If you destroy my country, I will kill you. If you destroy the young people of this country, the greatest and only resource of this republic, I will kill you. Period. You all can go to hell if you disagree with me. But find me a law which says that a president of a republic cannot say, I will kill you to protect my country. I will kill you to protect the young people of this country. Find me a law. You know what? I may be just one of the guys in Mindanao. But nobody in this country can question my love for my country. I'm ready to die, and I'm not even asking for a recognition. I'd love to die for my country. Period. I do not want to aspire to be a hero. I do not need that. Because my only worry is that my children and the grandchildren of my children do not do it here. Do not do it here.